Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today I have another breakup story to share. And if you have a breakup story you want to share, please visit writemac.com. I could possibly do a response just like this, or we could do a FaceTime response where we talk in video, chat, one-on-one, get to the bottom of what's going on, and really dig deep. If you like this video, give me a like. If you don't like it, don't like it. If you want to subscribe because you're in a breakup right now and these videos help you out, go for it. Let's get into it. Hello, thank you very much for your videos. It's been helping me recently with this very, very hard breakup. Let's just call it a hard breakup, not very, very. I'm 21, he's 23. We're together in a romantic relationship for a year and a half. Before we were friends for a year, we met online. I'm from Canada, he's from the US. So we have a 14-hour drive. Wow, 14-hour drive is far. Is it possible to fly? Cut that into a 2-hour flight, 3-hour flight? That's difficult. If it says U.S. military, so he's probably disciplined. He's willing. He's probably busy. So, if you have someone that's in university compared to someone that's in the military, it might give it a better chance at staying together, because when you're in the military, you have a discipline. You're with a bunch of other guys that probably have long distance relationships. When you're at a university, you're in a mixed group. You have other men and women there. It's a different dynamic. When we met, we were strictly friends. He was married. Okay, strictly friends. I was in a very religious family. Once he got separated from his ex-wife, he quickly confessed our love for each other. I told him he would probably stay single for a while because he got married out of high school and he never really had been single. I did not want to be a rebound. Good call. He reassured me I was more than that, and if at the time we hadn't met in person. Well, I mean, if you were good friends, that says something. That's not really just a rebound like someone he just met off the street. We didn't want to meet in person before the divorce was finalized. Fair enough. I eventually left the church I was in because being with him was seen as a sin. Wow. I waited. Well, that's gonna really hurt the relationship if you feel like other people that you love and respect see it as a sin. I'm sorry to hear that. I waited for the divorce to be finalized. Took over a year because of complications. Okay, the divorce did. We finally met in person in October 2018. It was perfect. She put in capital letters. Good for you. We met 4 times from October 28 to December 18. So 4 times in 3 months. Okay, that's pretty good. He came to see me once. I went down 3 times. To be together, we would have had to had gotten married because of visa legalities. He always reassured you shouldn't get married for visa reasons. Excuse me. He always reassured me this was exactly what he wanted. I was willing to leave the church for him, move countries, live in the military spouse life. For this man is completely in love. He was my first kiss, my first boyfriend, and my first sexual experience, and he knew how important it was to me to sleep with someone. After we last saw each other this past Christmas, he was going through some changes with his work, being changed units, and I was asking often about when we could start the K-1 visa process. He would always have a reason as why we should wait. Finally, he got real with me, and after a year and a half of being in a relationship, admitted to me that he wasn't ready for another marriage. Well, whether you like that or not, it's better to say that before you get married. He's being honest with you. What are you going to do with that information? At first, I was hurt because he had told me for so long it's what he wanted. Well, at your age, in your early 20s, people do change, yourself included. All that changed, so after some reflection, I told him that I would keep waiting for him because I could see his side of things, him having been recently out of marriage and his job making things life very unsure. A week after this discussion, he told me that he wanted to be single, that I was a perfect woman, but that he is shit at relationship and doesn't want to keep me from meeting a better guy. Well, that could be true, but also what he's saying to you is that he also wants to be single. And that is not uncommon for someone that is 23 years old and just got out of a divorce. So even though a year or 2 ago he was saying, yeah, I'd like to marry you, I'd like to get serious, him changing his mind a year later at 23 years old is not surprising. He said we can stay friends and nothing has to change, but just no more relationships and expectations. That's the key word. He feels pressured by your expectations, and your expectations are yours. You want to get married. You want to get serious. You're seeing a future, and he's saying, wait, pump the brakes. I'm not ready to get serious. For the first 2 weeks following the breakup, I begged and pleaded. I know a horrible thing. I know. Horrible thing to have done. I'm afraid this just made things worse. He always answered my texts and calls. I would talk to his friends, and they would tell me he would take me back, but now they are saying there is no hope. I haven't talked to him at all in almost 2 weeks. I told him I couldn't be his friend. Maybe, yes, down the line when I'm truly over him, I can. But for now, it's best I just don't talk to him. He hasn't tried to reach out. His friends told me he has been asking about when the appropriate time to start dating again is. I guess this is part of being single, but it makes his actions seem like he's trying to keep me as a backup plan into the single life. Absolutely, actually. If a guy can keep you on the side as a backup plan, he will. It's human nature to take advantage when you can. And if a woman allows themselves to be put in that position, a guy will take advantage and go, well, we've broken up, but, maybe, if you come by during Christmas and we hang out and things work out, he wants to keep his options open. Most do. But let's be honest, he was honest and upfront that he does want to be single. So anything on your end that you accept or don't accept is up to you and is a choice. So if you guys were to hook up and you thought afterwards like, oh, this means something different, and he never said it did, that's on you. He said he loves and misses me and that there's a 50-50 chance we get back together in the future. What does 50-50 mean? I miss him terribly. We had this amazing connection. I invested so much waiting for him, and finally when the stars aligned for us to be together, he ended it. Well, that means the stars weren't lined up. It's timing and circumstances. You're young. He got married early. He changed his mind. It's nothing personal, and it's better than him lying and being a cheat while he's in the military and while he's away. I want to move forward, but I'm in constant state of hoping he will return. That's a bad place to be. And realize he lost the woman that he loves and would sacrifice anything for him. Although I haven't talked to him, I'm still looking at his social media. Stop doing that immediately. That does not help you. You're going to put stories to the pictures, and eventually when he starts dating, it's going to really hurt you. So you need to stop social media. Stop it for you, not for him. I finally blocked him on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Good. Excellent. Outstanding. But I am paranoid with the idea of him maybe meeting someone else. Well, that's out of your control. That's why you don't want to know. That's why you want to disconnect from this individual right now. He is deploying to, I won't say where, in October for 8 months. So him getting a new girlfriend would be stupid because I do believe he needs to be single and think about what he wants. Well, I mean, that's fine and dandy that that's what you think, but it's his life. He's going to do what he wants. Yeah, and most likely him saying he wants to be single right now is true. And maybe he wants to be single so he doesn't get back with someone. Although I truly love him and want him back, I want to respect myself and realize I deserve better than a man that doesn't realize what he has. Okay, fair enough. Any advice on your point of view would be greatly appreciated. Well, I think I just gave it to you. Stay in no contact. Stay off social media. Move forward for yourself. Value yourself, just like you just mentioned. Respect yourself. And, your guys are young. You're in your early 20s. People are going to change their personalities. They're going to change their values. And at this point, if you're really having trouble, I've just recently recommended this to people that are having a lot of trouble, is if you don't have a job or you're in university, I believe, get to a charity and do some volunteer work, whether that's with a dog shelter, whether that's with feeding the poor. Do something where you're going out of your way for other people that appreciate it. So I hope that helps you. Please visit rightmac.com if you've got a breakup story you want to share. Otherwise, thank you for supporting the channel.